Imole. Imole. Ta ló sọ pé kò pọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀pá.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I think now that I've gotten the permission, I think I would start all over again. So my name is Emeka Ebinero. You can call me Play Emeka. I'm a personal branding and transformation coach. And what that means is I help people optimize their potential, increase their visibility, and grow their income. So as a coach, as a personal brand fixer, like I'm popularly known as, I've worked with several individuals and businesses. I've worked with artists. I've worked with a lot of comedians. I've worked with musicians too. And I help them, even the ones upcoming artists. I'm currently working on an upcoming artist project, and I help them with their brand. And what do I mean when I say like branding is not the clothes and all that? Now, the thing is, and I'll tell you, this is what we are also doing, what I'm currently doing in the project that I'm working on. Branding is an embodiment of a promise, meaning your brand is what you stand for. It is not just what you look like. What you look like is an expression of what you stand for. And two, what you look like or what you decide to look like is also to target the markets. So I'll give you practical examples. Brimo, the brand Brimo. One, Brimo's brand, the way he looks like, sounds, and his artistry is a reflection of who he is and what he stands for. Brimo stands for Africanism. Brimo stands for freedom. Brimo stands for speaking against the oppressed. That is what Brimo stands for. And you can tell from his music. That freedom, that expression. Brimo stands for individualism, being proud to make your own decisions and be responsible for the decisions that you have made. That is what Brimo stands for. Now, the question is, how do we now express that type of person so that the markets can understand and accept him? How do you do that? You do that, one, through the music, through the artistry, through the way he looks, through the name of his band, through the way he sounds, and the list goes on and on and on. So the way you dress is a reflection of what you stand for. And secondly, the market share. Now, you remember that Brimo was doing all hip-hop and R&B before he switched to this soulful Africanism sound. Now, in doing that, he cannot dress and look like a hip-hop R&B star. He has to look, dress, feel, sound like a soulful Africanism star. That is it. Now, it now reflects on the segment of the market that wants that type of sound. That's what it is. So your brand, it's your promise. It's an intangible thing. It's also a relationship that you want to have with your audience. So I hope that has helped you. You need to have a team. The challenge a lot of upcoming artists, and I'll say this, not just upcoming artists, a lot of us have, is we do not see ourselves as the product. We see ourselves as artists, as coaches, as consultants, and not the product. You are the product. So let me flip it. You are Apple. You are MacBook. You are iPad. That is what you are. So when you see yourself as the product Apple, okay, I am Apple. How many people do I need to work with me as Apple? How many products do I have inside of me as Apple? How many things can I express as Apple? When you see yourself as the product, what you now do is you will begin to get like-minded people to buy into your vision, just the same way Steve Jobs got people to buy into his vision, and you will now sell that. So the same example I give of Brimo, there is Brimo, there is Larry Lawal, there is Brimo's producer, and there are other people working. There is the Lagos Scouts, the band, and other people that work for and with Brimo to bring out that vision. So that's it. So see yourself as the product. I am the artist. I am Apple. I am Microsoft. I need to get the right people to work with me to get my message, my music to the world. So I need a manager, not just a manager. I need a business manager. I need a road manager. I need a brand manager. I need a creative team. The person that be handling my graphic design, possibly someone that be helping me out with my social media management, and the list goes on and on. Now remember, you are just starting. So the first set of people you get are just your friends. Get your friends, your family members to be part of this vision. But as you start earning, as you start making money, please pay them. That's what I would say. So in answering your question once again, you are the product. You are the mother brand. You are Apple. You are Microsoft. You are MailChimp. Whatever big brand you know, that is who you are. However, each of those big brands have smaller product, and they have people working with them. So see yourself as the big product and get a team to work with you. But remember, your brand is not just your clothes, your hairstyle. It's the message. What do you stand for as an artist? What is your message? What are you trying to communicate to the world? That is where it starts from, and that's how it's done. Hello, sentence. I hope I got that correctly. You said your question is, how do you be versatile? The question is, what do you mean by versatile? Now, this is where a lot of artists miss it. There is no such thing as being versatile. There's just you sharing your message. Now, your message can come in form of reggae. Your message can come in form of soul. Your message can come in form of R&B, which is fine. However, what makes you an international and global star is the fact that you own a category. And I want to say this to everyone listening to this voice note, and to those that will be kind enough to share it with their team and other people. As an artist, just like I am a coach and coach consultant, you need to own a segment of the market. You need to own a segment of the market. You can't be everything to everyone. I repeat, you can't be everything to everyone. So in other words, if you are saying you want to be versatile, you will be so versatile that we do not know you. We need to know you. We need to know the way you sound. We need to know how you do things. So let me give an example. Wande Cole. Some of us have known Wande Cole for so many years. Wande Cole has remained the same. The falsetto voice mixed with some Yoruba melodies and all that, that has been Wande Cole for so many years. Even if he wants to do radio or raga one or two, he still has remained consistent with his sound. You must have a sound. That is the way people will know you, and they will love you, and they want to get more from you because they know this is your sound. However, in having that sound, your message can come in form of reggae. Example, Wizkid can do a reggae track, but his sound has remained the same over the years. The type of brand you build can be detrimental to your career. You can't say something and look another. That's the challenge. You want to sound like Wizkid, but you want to look like Naira Marley. It is not possible. You can't sound like Wizkid and look like Naira Marley. Your brand must be in tandem, must be together, must be in sync with your message. People must hear your name, hear your sound, and see you and say, oh yes, this is it. That is how it works. So your brand cannot be separated from your message. So you need to decide. And let me tell you this, as an upcoming artist, do not be afraid to experiment until you find your sound, your epicenter, the center of everything. Where you say, yes, I am satisfied, I am happy with this. Like I said earlier, Brimo was a hip-hop R&B star that switched to this soul Africanism sound. So you can start experimenting with so many things. Now let me give this out for free as an expo. Trust me, do not be confused. Do not be sold by what you see. It is not everybody that should be doing Pankuruba, Afrobeat, want to be the next Oxlade or want to be the next Omale. You don't need to do that. There's a guy on Audio Makai, I've been seeing him rise up, Shei Vibes. He's doing very well. He's not the next Oxlade. He's not so there are different segments in the market where you will get your own market share. You don't need to sound or want to be the next Oxlade or Wizkid or Omale and all that. You don't need to do that. There's a group called the Cavemen. I'm sure you must have heard of them. They don't sound, they do high life and they're doing well. They don't sound like any other group and everybody loves them. Even people that don't understand Igbo love the Cavemen. The same way Niniola went for, is it Project Fame or something, and came out and started to use South African sound, house. Why? It shows research. She had tested so many things and she said, you know what, I like this sound, it works well with me, I will stick to it. So play, practice, experiment, research. When you have found your sound, you now build your brand around it. You say are you truly hungry? Do you really want this career? That's the question. Your manager would come to you. Once they see you, they will say, this is the person I want to work with. Why? The hunger. They would love your hunger. They would see you and say, this guy is talented, I just have to help him. That is it. Just like a marriage, a relationship, your manager is a helper. Your manager is not a houseboy or house girl. Your manager is not the person that will go and get your food or wash your clothes or do any of those funny things. Your manager is your partner. Your manager is the one that will save you in the days, in the rainy days. Your manager is the one that has something called your blind spot. Your manager sees things you do not see. Your manager will protect your brand and your reputation. There are places you are not supposed to enter. Your manager will enter those places and fight your battle. So you need to show that you are truly hungry. You need to share this vision. It's when you do that, then somebody out there will say, you know what, I love this person's passion. I love where he or she is going to. I need to work with him and let us go there together. That is how it is. It's just like a leader. You are leading people. It's a leadership is by influence. People need to see you. You need to influence them with your music, with your sound, with your hunger, with your passion. That is how you will get the right manager and the right team to work with you. Morning is when you wake up. Morning is when you wake up. The moment you wake up, that is your morning. So if you've woken up now, you have discovered your sound, and that is the sound you want to do moving forward. Then you can start branding or rebranding yourself. You don't necessarily have to change your name. It depends. You can change your name. You might keep your name. It is fine. You are still coming up. Nobody knows you yet. So you can change your name, change everything around you, as long as that's your sound. And how would you know that this is your sound? It will come true to you, it will come natural to you. You should and would do several projects with this new sound you have discovered. So if you cannot write 10 songs with this new sound and they don't all sound the same, then yes, that is it. That is it. The right thing, you've discovered a new sound, if it's Afro, can whatever you call it, and you can write, you can do EPs with that sound and they don't sound the same and they're strong. That is why you need to practice. I would advise, if you have a producer as a friend, or if you can produce yourself, or at least if you can learn how to produce. Thames produced her first song herself. She produced it. That's how you know your own sound, because your producer might not be patient enough to work with you, to discover you, to grow with you. But when you learn how to produce, you will know that this, I'm trying something, and then when you finally discover it, you test it and you say, yes, I like this. Then you can now look for a producer that can work with you in this new era. That's it. Work with a branding company. Listen, the person that invests in his dream is the one that sees the dream as the only result. Meaning, if I believe that this is the way for me, I would invest in it. The challenge with a lot of us is because we think we have other plans. We have a plan B. We don't see this thing as what we are called to do. Like, this is my business. I am Apple. You don't see yourself like that. You see it as a side hustle. You see it as something that my lady blow now. Make I try am. So that myself I go blow. No! You're not trying it. This is my way. We die here. In this industry, they will hear my name. That should be your approach. It's not a side hustle. This is what you are called to do. It's a calling. Which, in whatever capacity you are operating, it's a calling. So you go in with everything that you have so that you succeed. Who says that you might not be a successful artist, but you might be a successful record label owner? You might be a successful management company owner. You might be a successful manager. You might be a successful producer. You might be a successful writer. You might be a successful creative director or A&R. But one thing is, you must make up your mind that, you know what, this industry, we die here. 2, once you have done that, then you start working on your brand. Because let me tell you something. People don't buy product, people buy people. Meaning, even when you are not singing, when you don't have a new song out, they are still buying into your brand. You're a brand ambassador here. They call you for appearance tomorrow. You are doing so many things. That is how it's done. When last did you hear a new song from Two-Face? But are we still not celebrating Two-Face? Is Two-Face not still a big celebrity? Every day one other person does something, or a wedding or something, or something like that, and they still call Two-Face. Was Two-Face not on the Coca-Cola advert? That's what we're talking about. Build a solid brand. Build a solid brand that even when you don't release music, people still want to have you around them. People will still listen to your music. People will license your music. People still want you to be in the mix. You can go into acting and so many other things. So yes, once you have decided this is start working with a branding company and build a brand, because you are not selling your music, you are selling your brand. Bro, sis, social media is free. I repeat, social media is free. You call yourself an artist and you are not on social media, or you are not disturbing us. You are not consistent. You are not passionately promoting yourself on social media every day, on TikTok, on Trailer, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on WhatsApp. You are not ready. And there's nothing wrong to admit that I am not ready. What I want you to do after this session is you have to be everywhere. They must hear your name. That's the thing. Your visibility is tied to your profitability. The more people see you, the more profitable you become. You don't need to have a hit song for somebody to come and invite you for a party or a school to come and. Your manager will find you. Keep putting yourself out there. Keep doing what you are doing. Keep at it. Your manager will find you, or you will find your manager. Meaning, you would find somebody that believes in you and is available and is willing to take a risk on you. That is how it works. Don't say where I am. No, be everywhere. We don't need to. You see, this is the era of virtual. You don't know where I am, but you are listening to me. So people would find you. When they find you, your music, you're pushing yourself, you're promoting yourself through content, then they will connect with you, and that's how you find your money. That's how it works. Low cut, skin cut doesn't it's not your, you need to understand this. Your message is your brand. When you know that message, you have discovered that sound, then you decide on how you want to package it. You are focused on the wrong thing. Don't start on the package first. Start with the substance. What's in the container? What does it contain? The brand Coca-Cola is not the bottle, it's the liquid. But you know what? They have gotten a formulation for an amazing liquid. Then they decide to put it in an amazing bottle so that they can tell a better story of what that bottle contains. Then to protect their intellectual property, they now patent the bottle and patent the content of the liquid, what the liquid is made of. That is how you should think. What do I stand for? What's my sound? Then I will now package myself, create a container that will contain this sound. Then I will now communicate in a language that will touch the heart of my audience. So much so that even when I don't sing, by the sight of me or thinking about me, then they say, yes, this is the brand I want to connect with. Let me tell you something. There's a quote by Jeff Bezos. I know you know Jeff Bezos of Amazon. Your personal brand or brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. Why should I think about you? Why should I listen to you? Why should I buy your product or your merchandise? Why should I go for your concert? There's a new guy on the block. His name is Lo J. He has a collaborative EP with SARS. How did that happen? That guy he's not on the street. He has been working with SARS. See, there's something you need to understand. When you know yourself so much and you have walked and you believe, you will get people like SARS, like Fields, like Prime and all the Chris Beats and all too. They will work with you. They don't have a choice. The success of a producer is the artist. The success of an artist, the producer. The growth of an artist is his team. An artist can't grow without a team. But for the artist to be successful, to come out, to blow, quote and unquote, he needs a producer. For the producer to blow, he needs an artist. That is what you need to understand, guys.
I show you my best friend. I thought we in this together. Give you my necklace, show you my best friend, I give you my last guy, you spend everything I do, I do.
How do you can't when you say this, there's no magic formula. How do you make your song sound different? There's no such thing like that. There's nobody that sounds different. You sound your own way. That's what it is. When you discover your sound and your music comes out, then people would fall in love with you. There is no you sound different. Give an example. Chike of Boo to the Bullets, Boo of the Bullets. He doesn't sound different. He just sounds him, and it's interesting, and we love him. He's still R&B mixed with Nigerian, Igbo, and other Nigerian African sounds. It's the same thing, but because he's not sounding exactly like somebody else, not trying to use their voice tone, their approach, the way they come into the song and end the song, and all those things. That is why he sounds unique, and it comes from a place of purity, from his heart. He's not writing the song trying to, or as he's writing the song thinking about Omale. No, that's your problem. If you are writing and you're picturing somebody else, you have missed it. Your song is it's a calling. Your song must come from a place of truth, must come from a pure heart, a place of experience, a place of hunger, a place of power. That's where it comes from. So don't try to say how do I know. The other thing is just marketing. You have a song, you are good, it sounds nice, and you keep promoting it. I've told you what to do. Go on all platforms, keep promoting it. If you have a budget, put it in ads and keep promoting. Let your music be in front of people. Your visibility is tied to your profitability. Your profitability is tied to your visibility. That is how it works. Listen, if you're an artist and you can't freestyle, you are lazy. I do not apologize for it. Do you know what it means? It means that you're not rehearsing. It means that you're not writing. It means that you're not practicing. If you can write and rehearse and practice over and over and over again, you should be able to put 2-3 lines together and let it have a nice melody and you freestyle. What do you mean you cannot freestyle? I'm here on your platform. Did I need to write? I didn't know the questions. I wasn't given the questions. Am I not answering your question? It tells you that you need to store in your storehouse, your knowledge bank, your lyrics bank. You should practice. When I was managing my first artist, I used to give him lyrical exercise and we will record it. I would give him a word, I would play a beat, and he has to freestyle. That was it, and he got better. That is it. You're an artist, you only want to write when you feel like writing. You only want to sing the songs you have written. You are lazy. Starting from today, take beats of all the popular songs that you like and create your own version without writing a word. Let the music minister, let it hit you hard, and what comes out of your mouth that's how it's done. What do you mean you can't freestyle as an artist? It's like you're telling a speaker or a preacher or somebody, or say go to the pulpit and say I don't know what to say. You will know what to say. Fill up your knowledge bank, read, research. You will fill up your knowledge bank and you will know what to say at every given moment. That's how it's done. Let your artistry come from a place of purity, of hunger.
I see coconut for side, not purple. I scream Lord of Jesus Christ, it's the medication up for night, it don't come out.
Guys, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really grateful. Please, you can follow me, like you can see on the screen, on all social media platforms at Play Emeka. Another thing that I request for you to do is be bold enough to let the world know what you have learned. Go out there, write it that, oh, amazing chat from the group, from activated group, or we had a player maker. Let the world know what you have learned. That way they know you are serious, that you're investing in yourself, and you increase your profitability. So let them know playmaker was good, amazing, this hits me, this, share it, let them know. That way they see. Let me tell you something, people respect people that invest in their craft. So when you go for speaking engagement and groups like this, put it out there. This is what I learned. When they see, they're like, this guy is really working and investing in his craft, and they will take you seriously. So guys, thank you so much. Follow me. Let me know. Share it on your WhatsApp. Share it on all your platforms, what you have learned. Tell them what Playmaker has helped you with. And the sky, like they say, is just the starting point. It is not your limit. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Imole. Ta ló sọ pé kò kọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan. Ta ló sọ pé kò kọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan.